Hey guys, it's Anna with another art video, and as always I am sorry for the air conditioner, but it is so hot out. Yeah. So today I've got a watercolor painting that I did. Um, it was based off of a reference photo that I found on Pinterest that was advertising this dress on Etsy, and I thought it was really pretty, and I really liked uh, the shoulder armor, the decorative shoulder armor, and I thought that looked really, really cool. So I wanted to try that out. And I didn't film the sketching process, but originally it had a kind of heart-shaped front panel of the bodice. And I didn't like that. And although, like, this isn't at all trying to be anything historically accurate, but I just tried to throw in some stays instead of that weird front part of the bodice on the original. And this is so small, but I just took joy in this. I put the lacing in the way people would lace stays in the 1700s, which is with one strand that's zigzagging as opposed to two strands that are crisscrossing. And that is so minor, but it brought me joy. Yeah. So, I was quite happy with the sketch. Although there were a couple things that I wasn't insane about, like, just, eh. I struggled a lot with the sword and getting the hand angle the way I wanted it to be and stuff like that. But anyway, so the name of the video is I was using the Silveriest Silver. Okay, so if you haven't heard of this dude, and I'm gonna mispronounce his name, but Stuart Steeple, he makes like the coloriest colors, and so it's like he makes them affordable, and so uh, he has like the blackest black and the whitest white, and so I was into his story because he does like everything he does out of spite for people, and it's amazing. Go Google it. I'll put a link in the description with just a great thing about that whole story. Yeah. But anyway, so I was looking on his website, which is Culture Hustle, and I found the Silveriest Silver. And silver paints, if you have never tried to paint with silver paints, they are often not great. I've had one that I really liked, which was the Basic brand, I think. Uh, and even that one was like really nice. It was light, but it was really, really transparent. And so you would use a lot of it up if you wanted to get it to be any level of opaqueness. And then most other silver acrylic paints that I've had were really dark, and they don't look that nice. Like, they have kind of like a dull metallic sheen, but they're not great. And so I was very excited for the Silveriest Silver. And it is made with actual silver powder, which is how they get it to be so opaque, which is really cool. So I hadn't used it. I bought it a couple of weeks ago, and I was saving it because I don't want to use it up because it's, actual silver. I want to preserve it. And so in this one, I do just use it on a couple of details, such as the crown and the sword, and a couple decorative elements on the skirt and the background. But I thought it was really good. It's very opaque, which I love, and it still has that beautiful, light, very metallic silver color. And I think that's awesome. Yeah. So I'm trying to think if there are any other little things I want to mention. One thing with this painting that I was not crazy about was the cloak is meant to be sheer, and so it was supposed to be lighter on the bulk of it, and then when it would get layered, it would look darker. But that didn't come out right because I just used the wrong amount of water at the beginning, and it ended up too dark. And there's no going back. Uh, Yeah. And so I ended up having it be like kind of reversed, so it's like darker, and then when it was layered, it was a bit lighter. But then that kind of blended into the background a little bit, which I wasn't crazy about. Yeah. One thing I do really like though is the hilt of the sword. I spent a lot of time trying to figure out how I wanted to do the sword, and I ended up, because it wasn't in my reference photo, and I wanted to do like a cool looking sword. And so I thought of like, okay, a curved handle, kind of in like fencing, some fencing swords. But then I made it swirl around and kind of look like it could conceivably be one piece of metal that goes up, curls around, and then becomes its own handle. And I thought that looked really, really cool. So I was quite happy with that. Yes, so thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe if you are interested in purchasing any items with my art on them. Go find me on Redbubble at RosemaryCat5. You can also, if you want to commission me for art, especially character art, such as this girl, which I draw in this video, you can either email rosemarycat5art@gmail.com or DM me on Twitter at rosemarycat5. Yes, so thank you for watching. Have a good day. Goodbye.